Stop, stop, stop. Are you equipped with Quick Lub? No, you say? The garage is already waiting for you. That's what is missing. Quick Lub progressive system from Lincoln. Lincoln pointing the way to centralized lubrication and material dispensing. This film will demonstrate the installation of the Quick Lub progressive system, and with this system your truck is going to last a long time, run smoothly and be economical. Step 1. Creating a system plan. Before you start installing the Quick Lub progressive system, the first thing to do is to make an overall plan. Mark each lubrication point with a dot on the chassis sketch plan. Divide these lubrication points into convenient groups and allocate each group to an appropriate lubricant metering device. Then connect the lubrication points to the respective metering device. When planning is finished, place the main metering device at a convenient location and connect it to the secondary metering devices. This is now the complete lubrication chart. Step 2. Placing the components. Now decide on site where to install the individual component parts. Please keep in mind that there must be sufficient space for the lines to be connected. Step 3. And now we come to the pre-assembly of the SSV metering devices. Screw one valve body plus appropriate clamping ring into each outlet that is to be connected. Please make sure that you only use original parts. All outlets that are not required are closed, in accordance with the lubrication chart, by means of a closure plug and a copper washer. But remember, never close outlets 1 and 2, because this would cause a blockage of the metering device. Step 4. Pre-assembly of the pump is quite simple. Remove the closure plug from the pump outlet and screw the safety valve into the outlet. If a return line connection is required, remove the pump filler fitting, then replace it by a return line connection. Now install the SSV metering devices on the chassis. The mounting area for the metering devices should be flat. Moreover, when installing the metering devices, make sure that the piston side is next to the chassis frame. Step 6. Fixing the lubricant pump. Fix the lubricant pump by means of the 2 screws. Step 7. Laying the main lines. Before you lay the main lines, assemble the threaded sleeves and the hose studs on the main line ends. This is done by screwing the threaded sleeve anti-clockwise onto the hose using the hose assembly gauge. Then screw the hose stud into the sleeve. The lines must be laid inside of the frame so that they are well protected. Fix them safely to the existing lines. Step 8. Next, you should prepare the lubrication point connections on site. Remove the existing lubrication fittings and replace them by appropriate tube fittings. As you have seen in the case of the front axle, you now remove the existing lubrication fittings from the spring suspension of the rear axle and replace them by appropriate tube fittings. Step 9. Laying the lines. First, cut the lubricant line to approximate lengths. Which you then screw into the metering device outlets. The various lines are then bundled and laid to the lubrication points. It is of vital importance to make sure that if you have flexible lube points, there is no possibility of abrasion. If you have feed lines leading from a rigid part to a movable part, the lines have to be laid as close as possible to the fulcrum. Step 10. Plug the connector into the pump. Then lay the electrical cable to the electrical board in the driver's cab, making sure that it is well protected within the chassis frame. Electrical connection is made in accordance with the terminal connection diagram. Step 11. Operation test. After ignition has been switched on, take the standard magnet fixed to the pump and place it onto the embossed gear symbol on the pump cover. This initiates an additional lubrication. Now fill the pump. We recommend that you let the pump run while the reservoir is being filled. Step 12. Time changing. If special vehicle use, such as site work, requires the changing of time settings, proceed as follows. Unscrew the cover from the pump and readjust the required pause time in accordance with the time chart. Or readjust the working time. And that's all there is to it. You've seen that the installation of a quick lube progressive system is easy and takes almost no time. You've made a good decision for your truck. It means longer life, better performance and less wear, thanks to an optimal lubrication system.